Wonderful. So we'll get started seated on our mats today. Sometimes it's nice to elevate your hips by sitting on like a folded blanket or sitting up on a little pillow. You may be seeing my pets in the frames today, just letting them kind of explore the house freely. So you may be seeing those as we move through practice today. Awesome. Cool. Thanks everyone for being here. So we'll start today seated as I mentioned. And if for some reason we haven't met yet, I'm Kristiana. Super happy to be guiding us through today. I hope everyone's doing wonderful. And once you find your seat, make sure that the spine is elongated and you're seated up as tall as you can. Kelly, move. And you can sit cross-legged. If that's not working for you, you can sit up on the edge of your couch. You can sit with the legs straight out if you'd rather that. Just find an option where you'll be comfortable. As you're ready, you can close the eyes, resting the palms by your sides or up on the knees. And begin to take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and release all the air out. Repeat that, breathe in. Open the mouth, push all the air out. On the next few breaths, just begin to notice your breath. Begin to notice how the breath impacts the movement and feelings in the rest of your body. Deep breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Deep breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Today, as we go throughout class, I'll really be emphasizing the power of our breath. You know, whether you're feeling 100% healthy and you today, or whether you may feel like you have some congestion going on or any feelings of uneasiness in the chest, whether that be from possibly being sick or even just an anxious feeling, that can really affect our breath and how we breathe. So today I really want us to utilize and take advantage of our breath rather than taking it for granted. We'll use our breath to help us stay warm throughout class and also help us push through those challenges. So join me as I guide you through some breath work. Remember to always go at your own pace. Feel free to modify things if you need to, add things on. Never do anything that's going to cause yourself pain. You guys know your bodies. You know what's going on today. So just take in what I say and filter it through in the way that best suits your body. If you want, bring one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Begin to breathe in and notice where the movement in the body occurs. Open the mouth, slowly push all the air out. Again, noticing where the movement occurs in the body. Deep breath in, feeling the hands move, fill up. Deep breath out. As you continue breathing here, you might slow down the breath a little bit. Again, if this is anything that's going to cause you pain or extreme like discomfort at all, you guys know your body, so honor that. But as we breathe out, just think about closing the lips a little smaller and filtering the breath out through a smaller exit. Breathe in, fill up. And with some control, slowly allow the air to escape out of the mouth. Continuing here, as you breathe in, begin to feel the chest expand, the shoulders lift. Feel the breath permeate into the rib cage, into the diaphragm, and the deep low belly. And then as you breathe out, feel the opposite. Feel your belly begin to hug in, the diaphragm and the ribs to relax. Feel your chest and your shoulders gently release down, and see about holding the breath out as long as you can, and before you need to breathe in again. Breathe in when you're ready, feeling everything expand, the chest, the shoulders, the ribs, the belly. Breathe out. Feel the belly hug in. Begin to feel the rib cage, the chest relax, the shoulders release down. And find this a few more times on your own. And possibly even move your hands to different points. So maybe bringing the hands onto the rib cage, perhaps bringing the hands onto the thighs, and even seeing and sensing some movement into the lower parts of our body. Also take this time to just feel into which breath is working best for you. How slow, how controlled. You choose. Deep breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Deep breath in. Open mouth, breath out. I'll now invite you to notice the breath as it permeates into the back of our body. So here you can bring your hands actually to the tops of the shoulders, or you could bring your hands towards the low back, or perhaps if they reach on the middle of the back. You can choose. And take a few breaths, really kind of focusing on breathing into the back of the body. So as you inhale, feeling the tops of the shoulders lift, feeling the top of my back expand outward, the low back expand, filling up. And then as I breathe out, I feel my spine kind of sink downward, my rib cage, the back of my ribs hug in, my shoulders gently relax. Take a few breaths here on your own, just feeling into the different parts of the back of the body and how our breath can even be permeated through the back of our body. A few breaths here on your own. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you feel ready, go ahead and relax the hands down by the side. And perhaps just spend a moment reflecting on the power of your breath. Perhaps you've never even thought of the breath being three-dimensional, encompassing the front, the sides, and the back of the body. Remember that the breath is that which gives us life. The breath is so important. So today I invite you to allow the breath to be a vital part of your practice. I invite you to allow it to permeate all throughout your body, your mind, and hopefully to help fuel your practice. I'll go ahead and walk us through a slower, deeper breath that goes really into our diaphragm, and that really helps warm up the body. So this can do things such as help increase heat for a workout, for a cold day. It can do things such as calm and focus the mind if you're feeling anxious at all or angry. It can be great to just kind of get the whole body involved in a deep breath to kind of recenter. And breath is so individualized too. So you might experience some other deep benefits that are unique to you, or perhaps a common feeling that lots of people may feel. So I'm not necessarily telling you how the breath is going to make you feel, but just giving some options on possibly what you may feel. So once you're ready, close the lips. Breathe in through the nose. And then keeping the lips closed, breathe back out through the nose. A few more times like this. Breathe in through the nose. Keeping the lips closed, breathe back out through the nose. And if you're having a hard time kind of cultivating this breath, bring your hand out in front of your mouth. Open the mouth and just breathe on your hand as if you were trying to fog up a mirror. Find that a couple more times. This is the type of sensation that we cultivate in this closed mouth breath. It's almost like you're fogging up a mirror, but with the lips closed. So we can go ahead and try it again. This is called our Ujjayi breath, life force breath. Breathing in through the nose. Feeling that slight constriction in the back of the throat, lips are closed. Breathe out through the nose. A few more times here. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Good. So again, you're welcome to continue this breath as we go throughout class. But remember, if you need to breathe through the mouth at any time, you're more than welcome to do so. And as you breathe in, think about the belly expanding outward because you're filling up with air. And as you breathe out, think about the belly hugging inwards because you're contracting to press all that air out. All right, guys, let's get moving. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take a deep breath in, bring the heart forward, lift the chin from the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, send the spine back, rounding the spine. And flow between these. Inhale, bring the heart forward, lift the chin from the chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, come forward, seated cow pose. Exhale, round, seated cat pose. Flow through this with your own breath, your own rhythm. And notice how the breath impacts the pose. As you breathe in, do you feel the expansion of the heart space? As you breathe out, do you feel how the breath can help you accentuate the stretch along the top side of the shoulders, into the middle of the back? Feel free here to start to circle out through the body, finding movements through the head and neck. Do what feels good here to kind of warm up the spine and check in with how it's feeling. So the breath stems from our lungs, which is right around our heart space. So today, in order to facilitate and kind of go with the theme of accentuating our breath, we're going to work on opening up our heart space. Opening up the side bodies, which expand some of the muscles that surround the lungs. And hopefully, we'll begin to feel a really nice connection inward with ourselves. As you guys are ready, we'll start to circle out through the wrists, really preparing for our weight bearing for our core work today. Circle out in both directions. And then notice when you tend to maybe hold your breath or forget about the deep breath through the nose and reinstate it. Good. Now interlace the fingers and lift the palms up towards the sky. Take a big inhale breath, reach the palms up and root down through your bottom. Take one more inhale and then send the arms over towards your right, pressing down through the left side of my hip. And reaching up and over to the right. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to your left. Rooting down here through your right sit bone, reaching up tall over to the left. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, come back to center and start to circle out the wrists as you reach the arms down by the side. Good. Now bring the hands back behind you. If you're sitting on something, you can set that off to the side and bring the feet onto the mat about hips width distance apart with the knees bent. Notice here that my hands or my fingertips are facing towards my bottom. As I press into the heel of my hand and the fingertips of each hand, begin to take a deep inhale and lift the heart up towards the sky. Think about rolling the shoulder head slightly back and reaching the heart up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and hold for the breath out. Good. Take one more deep breath in here. Press down through the heel of the hand, lift the heart up. Exhale, gently tuck the chin into the chest. Start to walk the hands forward and straighten out both of your legs. From here, we'll start to reach the arms back up overhead. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, start to hinge at the hips, bringing the hands down towards the ankles and the feet. Notice here that I'm trying to keep my spine long to work with the goal of strengthening today. So as I'm folding, I'm continuing to bring the heart forward and expanding through my shoulders. So if you find that you're rounding your shoulders a lot right now, try your best to just back the spine up a little and roll the shoulders away from that sort of rounded form. This is again going to help us open up through the chest and the airways. Take one more deep breath in here as you fold and a deep breath out. Slowly start to roll back up and we'll make our way onto our hands and knees, meeting in tabletop pose. If you need extra cushion under the knees, you can always use a rolled up towel or a blanket. Remember to just go at your own pace as we begin to move a little faster. Make sure all 10 fingers are spread out wide and are underneath the shoulders. On your inhale, lift the tailbone up to the sky, drop the belly down, heart comes forward, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, cat pose. Flow through this with your own breath, your own rhythm. And here, notice how it feels to take an exhale breath and come to cow pose. So the stomach will drop, the heart will come through the arm. And then allow your inhale to lift you up to cat pose, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, cat pose. Take a few more breaths here on your own and notice if maybe you felt any difference in feeling by changing that breath. As you feel ready, come back to neutral spine in your tabletop. Begin to walk the hands forward, melting heart pose. Melt the heart down and send the hips back. With each breath in, think about lifting the hips up and back. And with each breath out, think about melting the heart down towards the earth. Perhaps even resting the forehead down and shaking the head side to side. Take an expansive breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out through the nose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to walk your hands back in towards your face, meaning back in your tabletop pose. Bring the right hand so it's right underneath the face. Root down through that hand firmly, and then send the left arm straight forward. Gaze down to relax your neck. Take a breath in. On the breath out, you can stay right here or extend your right leg straight back behind you. Toes point down into the mat. Again, option to stay here or hover the toes off the mat. Whatever variation you choose to settle in, go ahead and check in when you arrive. So check in with the low back. If you find that it's collapsing more than the natural curve, then really expand through that area, almost like you could touch the ceiling with the low back. Also check in with your right shoulder. If you find that you're collapsed down or dipped down, either regress to a previous variation or try really rooting down through that right hand to get some lift through the shoulder. Keep breathing here. Inhale, exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, start to bend your right knee. You can stay right here, or you can take your left hand and reach back for your right foot, but do not grab it. So just reaching back, and then inhale, extending everything back out wide. Exhale, bend into the right knee, send the left arm back, just reach. Inhale, re-extend. Two more like this. We got it, you guys. Exhale, bend and reach. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend and reach. Inhale, extend. Go ahead and bring everything back to your mat. If you need to rest your wrists at all in between, by all means, shake them out. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Getting ready here for our second side. From tabletop, send the right hand so it's right underneath your face. Option one is to just extend your left leg straight back. Toes point down into the mat. You can stay right here, start to hover the toes off the mat. Stay right here or begin to extend your right arm forward, reaching it towards the front edge of your mat. Gaze down and then check in. Can we expand through the low back, maybe even bringing your hand there to kind of check in and see? Can we root down through our left hand to lift up out of the left shoulder? Really engaging through the core here. All the while using our breath as a tool. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can stay right here or begin to bend into your left knee. For the purpose of still getting warmed up, try not to actually grab the foot, but take your right arm and reach back for that left leg. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend and reach, gazing over that right shoulder. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend and reach. Two more here, we got it. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend and reach. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend and reach. Good, you guys, come back to tabletop. Find a child's pose by bringing the hips to the heels. Melt the heart forward and down. Take a deep breath in. And an open mouth exhale. Continue holding your child's pose for a couple of breaths. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Ask yourself if you were utilizing the power of your breath. Perhaps even if you're breathing just a little deeper or with a little more awareness than the start of class. And are you feeling warm in the body? One of the main purposes of the Ujjayi breath is to warm the body. Are you feeling the heat? Meeting back in our tabletop pose. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, hovering them off of the mat. Hovered tabletop. If this is too intense, then just stay in tabletop pose. We're here for 2 breaths, you guys. Press into the mat with the palms. Hover the knees right above the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. So just lift the hips up and back. Bring your stomach towards your thighs and have a generous bend in the knees. Here, notice that my spine and my shoulders are elongated and sort of sent up towards the ceiling. From here, you can start to straighten the legs a bit but try not to round the shoulders and the spine forward over the wrist. Try to keep them elongated back, while at the same time gradually starting to straighten through the legs. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. You're welcome to pedal out, lifting one heel and then the other. Perhaps shake the head, yes and no. Take a few more deep breaths here. Holding your downward facing dog. When you feel ready, bend into your knees. Gaze forward and start to walk the feet up to meet the hands, forward fold at the top of our mat. Bend the knees here to elongate the spine and allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Stay here, perhaps rock the head side to side. As you find your next inhale, lift up halfway, creating a really long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press down into the feet. Think about creating a really long tabletop-like spine. Bring the arms out wide and rise all the way up to standing. Extend the arms up overhead, reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart. I may be moving around on my mat as we go throughout the rest of class, but feel free for you guys to just stay facing forward unless I let you know otherwise. Finding our mountain pose at the top edge of our mat. Feet or hips width distance apart, or the toes and heels can be together. Relax the arms down by the side. Take a few deep breaths here to notice the power of the breath now that we're standing. Long, slow breaths in. Full, deep breaths out. Expanding as we breathe in, filling up with air. Releasing as we let go of the breath. On your next inhale, reach the arms up high towards the sky. Interlace the fingers, but release your index finger and your thumb, so the grip looks like this. And bring the toes and heels together if they're not already. Squeeze the legs tight. Inhale, reach the fingers up high to the sky. Exhale, send the body and the arms over towards your right. Pressing down here through the outer edge of my left foot as I reach up and over to the right. Expanding the sides of our bodies, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center, reach up tall. Exhale, other side. Take a few breaths into this side and notice if there's any difference in feeling just on your right versus your left side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, slowly rise up. Release down into your forward fold. Plant the hands down onto the mat and step back to your high plank. If this is too much for you, by all means, take the knees instead at a diagonal and keep the shoulders over the wrists. If you're working with wrist pain or injuries today, bear the weight of the wrist as long as you can, pain-free, for the goal of strengthening. But once you're getting to the point of feeling pain, then switch out to your forearms. So those are some of the options we have for plank today. So you choose which one is going to be best for you. Press into the mat. Notice my shoulder blades lift up towards the sky and kind of out towards the side. Gazing down, making sure my bottom is in line with the shoulders, not dipped up or down. Gazing down, relaxing the neck. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, drop to the knees and find a push-up of your choice to lower onto the belly. So that might be a chaturanga push-up, elbows squeeze back. That might be more of a workout type push-up, out wide. You decide. Press down through the tops of the feet and the palms. Squeeze your elbows back to really engage the rhomboid muscles in between the shoulder blades. And as you gaze down, start to peel the heart, not just up, but as if you're sliding it forward on your mat. You should really start to feel the belly engage here. Keep squeezing through the elbows, lifting the heart. Open the heart. Breathe in. Hold for the exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower down to the belly. We'll find two more. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Squeeze the elbows. Lift the heart up off the mat. Press into the big toe mound of your foot to really engage through the inner thighs, as if you're squeezing something in between the thighs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Last one here. Squeeze your elbows. Press down through the tops of the feet. Engage those inner thighs to help support the spine. Engaging all this stuff helps that. Breathe in, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. Press up to your tabletop. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog on the exhale breath. Taking a few breaths here to just recover. If you'd rather take a child's pose, that's always a great option. I encourage you to check in to which variation is going to be best to help you honor the depth in your breath. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Rise back up to tabletop if you're not already. Meet in downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, gaze forward, and gently step to the top edge of your mat. Forward fold. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the toes and heels together. Reaching the palms to touch. Breathe in. Exhale, reach up and over to your right. Breathe in, back to center. Exhale, up and over to the left. Breathe in, back to center. Reaching the hands up tall towards the sky. Start to gently lift the hands up and trace them back, creating a gentle back bend here through the middle to upper back. Sending the heart up towards the sky. Notice my hips go slightly forward and I root down through my feet, hugging the inner thigh. Take one more breath in. On the breath out, bring your hands to your heart. So now is the time where we'll use our prop. So either a block if you have it. If you don't have a block, like a water bottle could work, even like a firm pillow or a folded up blanket. And basically we're gonna take that object and put it in between the thighs. So our block, for example, water bottle works just fine. And we're just gonna give that a squeeze. We're really just trying to train the activation of the inner thigh muscles, the adductor muscles. These are gonna be key muscles in helping support our spine when we go into deeper back bends. So just notice how it feels to squeeze the block, engaging the inner thigh. If you can, begin to sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Can you continue to squeeze that object? Continue to squeeze that block, pressing your weight into the heels and the ball mounds of the feet, squeezing through the block, activating the inner thigh. Sink the bottom down. Breathe in, breathe out. Big breath in, deep breath out. Go ahead and come up to standing. Relax the arms down by the side. Take your block or your prop and set it off to the side. Returning back towards the top edge of our mat if you're not already. Take a deep breath in, sweep the arms. Deep breath out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, high plank. Breathe in. On the exhale, take the push-up of your choice, which might mean dropping the knees first. Lower onto the belly. Walk the hands back slightly so the elbows are over the wrists. And imagine here that you're squeezing that block in between the thighs. Really getting the legs to be engaged. Squeeze the elbows. On your next inhale, peel the heart forwards and up. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, option for up facing dog, where the arms will straighten out, tops of the thighs lift, make ground down into the palms and the tops of the feet. Ensure that your palms are facing forward and really roll the shoulders away from that rounded, hunched posture and more into an open, hearted posture. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, find a downward facing dog. Here for a couple of breaths. And remember, I'm giving options, so you guys just make the best choice for your body or even choose something else. From downward dog, begin to lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, nose round the spine. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose round. One more time. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. And then meet in a lunge. Bring the right foot in between the hands, however you need to get there. Planting one hand on either side of the right foot. The left knee can drop down onto the mat or stay hovered off the mat. You decide. Ensure that the left toes are facing forward and try your best, if the knee is lifted, to stack the heel over the toes. Start to squeeze the inner thighs together. So for me, it helps visualizing that my right heel is sliding back on my mat and imagining that my left toes are kind of scraping forward on my mat. Imagining that really helps engage the inner thighs. As I do so, reach the arms up overhead. If this option isn't serving you, by all means, lower the back knee onto the mat. As you're here, reach the arms up tall. You can stay right here, or if you're feeling stable enough in the leg, breathe in, lift the arms up, and find a gentle back bend, reaching the fingertips back, sending the heart forward and up. Take one more big breath in. And on the exhale, start to bring the hands down towards the earth. Step back to your high plank. Exhale, lower down, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog or low cobra. You decide. Open the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot in between the hands with as many steps as you need to get there. The back knee can lower down or stay hovered. Notice that all 10 toes are facing towards forward and start to squeeze those inner thighs. Really get that engagement in the legs. Stabilizing there, reach the arms up towards the sky. Stacking our torso over the hips. Continuing to stabilize through my inner thigh and bending into my front knee. Take a deep breath in. And then if you feel comfortable, you can start to find a gentle back bend. Not just collapsing into our low backs, but really attempting to rise up out of the low back and find some kind of lift from the middle to upper back. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back to your high plank. And from there, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. Perhaps taking a chaturanga and an up dog along the way. Push up and heart opener. I really got to catch my breath. I'm getting a workout going, talking at the same time. All right, how's everyone doing so far? Get some water if you need. Take a moment to just reinstate the depth in the breath. If you ever get to the point where you're feeling short of breath, kind of like I am now, you always want to pause. If you can't return to the breath while still moving, And just pause. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. If you're not already in your downward facing dog, we'll meet there. On your next inhale, come forward towards a high plank. Shoulders over the wrist. You can stay right here or start to lift one foot off the mat at a time. If you're feeling like more work for your shoulders and your arms, you can press down firmly with your left hand and try tapping your left shoulder with your right hand on the exhale. Rooting down through the right hand, tapping shoulder with the left hand. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, drop to your knees and find a kneeling position on your mat. Stacking your torso over the hips. Extend the arms straight out in front of you and start to squeeze those inner thighs just as we have been doing. From here, we'll start to lean back, not into a back bend, but as one unit with the lower body. Just enough until you feel your quadriceps fire up and then come back up. As long as you're feeling no pain in the knees here, try it a few more times. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs, lean back. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, rise up. One more time. Go ahead and circle out through the wrists, shake them out one more time, and we'll meet back in our tabletop pose. From here, tuck the toes, hover the knees, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Now down towards the right wrist. Inhale, up to the right elbow. Exhale, down to the right wrist. Inhale, right leg high. Good work, you guys. Bring that right knee back to your nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Find a lunge of your choice. Low lunge, back knee down. High lunge, back knee up. Check in with your back leg. Make sure the left toes are facing forward. Take a big breath in here. You can stay right here, find a back bend. Stabilize through the inner thighs. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Begin to send your right hand to your right hip and your left hand to the outside of your right knee. From here, gaze over the right shoulder, twisting slightly towards your right. Take a deep breath in here. Ensure that the right knee and left knee are still facing towards forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, slowly bring the hands back to center. As you exhale, hands down towards the mat. Step your left leg forward to meet the right. Hang out here in ragdoll pose. Bend the knees generously. Stomach comes onto the thighs. Head and neck hang heavy. Rock side to side. Deep breath in, expanding through the back of the body. Deep breath out. Imagine here just sending the breath into the back of the body, expanding through the low back, back of the ribs, the upper back, the neck and shoulders. Send the breath there. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Extend backwards into your back bend. Exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, lower to the knees. Option 3, high plank with shoulder taps. or perhaps high plank with leg lift. These are all just options, so breathe into the best option for your body. Breathe in, breathe out. Breath comes in, breath goes out. On your next exhale, meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, knee to left elbow. Exhale, rather. Inhale, left wrist. Exhale, back to the sky. Inhale, left knee to the nose. Step it in between the hands. Squeeze the inner thighs, rise up to a stand. Adjust your lunge so it suits your body well. Reach the arms up tall. Option for a little back bend. As you come back forward, bring your left hand to your left hip. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Gaze over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Keep both knees facing forward. Breath out. One more breath in. And breath out. Your next inhale, come back forward. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back to your high plank and lower down to your knees. Tabletop pose. When you're ready, bring your left hand so it's right underneath your face. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Begin to extend your right leg straight back. Toes can stay down into the mat or start to hover slightly off the mat. You can stay right here, start to extend. I got mixed up. Let's start over. All right, sorry guys. From our tabletop, begin to extend your left arm forward. Root down through your right arm. Take a deep breath in. On your deep breath out, begin to reach your right leg back. It can stay right here or start to hover off the mat. So left arm forward, right leg back. Again, you can stay right here, or to go into a deeper back bend, begin to bend your right knee, bringing the foot towards your bottom. Again, you can stay right here. Root down through your right arm as much as you can. Take your left arm and reach it back towards your right foot, gazing over your left shoulder. You can stay right here, or perhaps reach for the foot with the hand. If it does reach, you really want to think about expanding the heart forward and reaching the foot back. Breathe in as you open up through the shoulder, the heart space. Breathe out as you feel your strength. One more breath in. With control, release the foot if it was grabbed. And as you exhale, bring everything back to the mat and meet in child's pose. Return to your breath. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Full inhalation. Deep exhalation. One more side before we wind down. You guys are doing awesome. Coming back to tabletop. This time, begin to extend your right arm forward, or whichever arm you didn't get to last time. You can stay right here or begin to step the left leg back. Stay here or hover the toes off the mat. Begin to root down through that left hand and expand through the low back. You can stay right here, start to bend into your left knee. Begin to gaze over the right shoulder, and without forcing, if it allows, you can reach your right arm back towards that left foot. You can stay right here, or again, without forcing, grab onto the foot or the ankle. From here, it's really a lot of openness in the shoulder and a lot of kicking back gently into that hand. Expanding, reaching, breathe in. Feel empowered, breathe out. Open the heart, breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath in. Exhale, bring everything onto the mat. Child's pose. Bring the arms back behind you. Rest the forehead down and relax. As you're here in embryo pose, I invite you to close the eyes. Take a deep inhale and an open mouth exhale. Notice how you're feeling. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Can you use the rhythm of your breath to slow down the heart rate? Breath comes in, fill up. Slowly allow the breath to escape out of the lips. Breath in through the nose. Slowly let the breath out of the mouth. A few more times on your own in silence. Notice the effect it has on not just the physical body, but the thoughts in the mind and the emotions from the heart space. How do you feel? Begin to rock your hips over to one side. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. And then take your left shin and bring it parallel towards the top edge of your mat. And then bend your right knee, sending it to the side of your body for stag pose. You can stay upright like this, or by pressing the hips back, start to walk the hands forward. Folding over your left shin. Continue pressing the hips back and reaching the heart forward. Getting into the hip space. Use the breath here. Breath comes in as I breathe in. Breath goes out as we breathe out. And lots of the yoga philosophies, it's talked about that we have all of our power, all the things we need are within. And I don't know about you guys, but just using the breath as a tool in class today felt pretty powerful. So perhaps we do have some powerful tools within to help calm us, help us reach new heights of intensity, to help us find awareness, and anything else you may have cultivated in our short practice. Reflect on the power of the breath. As you're ready, walk back up onto the hands. And let's switch out our hips for the other side. Just swing your right leg in front. Send the left knee off to your side. Continue pressing back through your hips. And you can stay right here or gradually start to walk the heart down and forward. Full breaths in and deep breaths out. How does it feel to send the breath into the back of the body, expanding through the shoulder blades, the rib cage, the back of the skull? How does it feel to sink into the hips with the breath? Perhaps finding more ease. Or more focus. As you're ready, walk back up onto the hands, swing the legs out in front. Have anything close by that you want to use for our final pose of rest, perhaps a blanket, a pillow. And then once you're ready, go ahead and meet lying down on your back. Once you arrive to lying down on your back, begin to notice how the body feels. Begin to take a deep breath in and invite tension in the body. Curl the toes, make fists with the hands, squeeze the shoulders and the ears, engage everything. Breathe in. Take an open mouth exhale, release all that tension. A few more here. Inhale, tense, squeeze tight. Perhaps a double exhale this time. Let everything go. Inhale, tense. Exhale, relax. Allow the body to melt onto the mat. Perhaps close the eyes. Allow your body to return towards its natural breath rhythm. And just enjoy the time. Enjoy the time that is now. Enjoy the beauty and freedom that even without conscious control, our breath still flows. We are still given life, breath after breath. If you're craving more of this time, then by all means rest here longer. When you begin to feel ready, invite a deep breath into the body. Perhaps reaching the arms up overhead and stretching the toes down away from the body. As you exhale, send the arms down by the sides. Eventually, make your way to lying on your favorite side, lying on your right side or your left side. Use the hands as a pillow for the head. As you're here, just ponder the power of your breath, your life force, the tool that helps us find awareness, that helps us expand our heart space, that helps us to open up. Our breath helps us cleanse and remove any toxins. Our breath is that which gives us life. I invite you here to just take a moment to find gratitude for the breath. We'll meet seated on our mat, eyes to close, hands to heart. Once you arrive, take a full breath in and an open mouth exhale. One more together in unity. Breathe in. Open mouth, sigh of relief. Big breath in. Open mouth exhale. What an honor it is to share this time, to utilize and really emphasize the power and appreciation for our breath. I hope that you enjoyed going through just some of the ways our breath can be a tool and some of the ways we can enhance our breath. Thank you all so much for this time. Namaste. Yay, I hope everyone's doing okay. That was possibly a little more challenging for you guys than some of my other classes if you've taken any of the other ones. So I encourage you to just check in with how you're feeling. And I just want to thank everyone for joining me today. Again, my name's Kristiana, if we haven't met yet. This has just been great for me to just keep a community alive and to just feel supported by you guys and to be inspired to move. So I hope that you guys all enjoyed it. How are you?